I'm Lisa. I am the ukulele fool, here to teach absolute beginners how to play the baritone ukulele. If you already know how to hold your baritone, how to tune it, skip ahead to this timestamp here. If not, stick around. Here we go. The baritone is tuned lowest string to the highest string. The lowest string is a D, G, B, and E. I recommend that you get a tuner. This beautiful instrument, caramel baritone, came with the tuner already built in. You know it's in tune when it says the correct note. It turns green and the little pointer is pointing due north. Do be aware that if you see a little hashtag or pound sign next to the note letter, well, that means it's a whole fret sharp. So don't want to go there. Make sure it's just a plain letter. You need to tune using your tuning gears. The tuning gears on the D and G string to make them higher, and usually you have to make them higher. You need to turn in this direction, and then on your B and E string, you need to turn them this direction to make the note higher. And of course the converse is true to make them go lower. I'll put a link down below in the comments as well as the description box if you'd like to get a ukulele just like this. It also has an electronic pickup so you can electrify it. If your ukulele is brand new out of the box, you're going to need to tune it frequently, and I mean really frequently. That's perfectly normal, and hey, you'll be getting your tuning skills in place. I highly recommend, whether you're playing a baritone or any type of ukulele, maybe a soprano, that you have a strap. And this had strap buttons already placed in them. So yay, my strap goes on very nicely. When holding your ukulele, it should be kind of at an angle. Your forearm can rest right here, and the strumming zone is somewhere between the middle to the end of the body of the instrument. So this is kind of the sweet spot for strumming. Some of you may have a big sound hole here. You do not want to get too far over the sound hole or even towards the saddle here. Your arm that does the chord should feel natural and relaxed, like maybe if you were holding a sandwich ready to bite it. Just keeping it right here with not too far away from the frame of your body. And if you don't have a strap, it is a really good idea to just kind of cross your legs and prop your ukulele up with your leg. Like this. Let's dive in and learn our chords, do some exercises, and do our very first song. Let's play our very first chord, a G chord. I'm using my ring finger on the 3rd fret. So these are frets, and the space in between is what we call the fret space. The 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, and I'm placing my ring finger right there. You should get a nice clean sound on your E string. To strum, I recommend that beginners pretend they're holding a pick, and just you place it kind of almost in an okay position, not quite, and just using your thumb to help brace your index finger. Keep your hand relaxed and try to keep economy of motion. You don't need to go way down. You don't need to bring it back up too far, just trying to keep it just enough to hit all 4 strings. Notice the forearm action happening here. And I do a little bit of a twist with my wrist as well. With me so far, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and gave me a thumbs up as well. And if you're new to my channel, well, you know, I have dogs. You're going to hear them. I just had one scratching at the door, wanting to come in. Our next chord is going to be a D7. We are going to start with our index finger on the 1st fret of the B string. You are going to reach over with your middle finger to the 2nd fret of the G string, and then your ring finger is going to take the 2nd fret of the E string. That's a lot to do. We'll talk some good technique and then we'll do some exercises. You want to be on the very tip top of your fingers, which means that you're going to need to have short fingernails to do that really successfully. The other thing is you want to be able to arch your fingers so they've got considerable arch over here and space. Your thumb needs to be somewhere near the middle. Yes, I have friends that play like this, and so if that's comfortable for you, you do you, that works. There's a lot of fingers to place when you're going from a G to a D7. So let's just take it in small little bite-sized chunks and practice just those little warm-up exercises. So let's do this together. Here we go. We are going to do 8 down strums on our G chord. And then we are just going to place our index finger on this first fret of the B string, and we are just going to do 8 down strums with just that. But what you want to do is keep your fingers curved and at the ready here. They're hovering over the fretboard. So that's already a lot of things to keep track of. So let's just keep it manageable. Here we go on our G. 1, 2, ready, begin. G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and just the index finger. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to G, and G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the index finger, don't forget to hover. 5, 6, 7, 8, and G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're gonna end on G. I hope you could follow along with me. If I am going too fast, first of all, I'm sorry, but you know, that's YouTube. If you and I were sitting here, I'd be able to gauge that. You have speed controls on YouTube and you can use those to control how fast I'm going, and you can have advanced speed controls so you can just dial it back by 10%. Let's change the exercise just a little to get us familiar with making that transition from a G chord to a D7. This time, when we go to the index finger on the B string, I want you to take this finger and slide it up to the second fret. So it would look like this. You're going G. We're going to do it for 8 counts, and that's a beautiful chord in itself. So G and a sort of D7. So 1, 2, count it out loud with me, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on G. We are training our brain, which has already got this figured out, but your brain's got to send those messages to your hands, and literally you have to build a nervous system highway. We actually build nerves to do it, and nerves are built with amino acids. So hey, be eating lots of protein to help you learn faster. We are going to now go from this G, which you're probably feeling pretty expert at now, to doing this fingering of our D7. Notice how I've got my hand kind of angled here. This instead of being perpendicular to the fretboard, it's up, and that allows you to get 2 fingers on the same fret, which is where we're going with this, folks. So let's do it from this going to this. So 1, 2, ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're thinking now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on G. Now we're going to go from our G to the D7, but we're going to place each finger individually. So we're going to go to our G, and then when we go to our D7, we're going to go D. So we're kind of making a mini little chord progression. We are going to do 2 down strums on each of those. It'll sound like this. So you're going 1, 2, 1, do with the index finger, then the middle finger, then the ring finger, and back to G. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. G and index finger, middle finger, and ring finger, and G twice, and index finger, and middle finger, and ring finger, and G twice, and index finger, and middle finger, and ring, and on G. We're going to tighten it up and only do 1 on each. 1, 2, ready, begin. G, index, middle, ring, G, index, middle, ring, G, index, middle, ring, G, index, middle, ring, and G, index, middle, ring. One more time. G, index, middle, ring, and on G. So hopefully that is going smoothly for you, but you know, if you're finding that the brain kind of stutters, that's just really common. It's normal. It's nothing wrong with you. This is something that you'll just, the more you do it, the more fluent you will become, or in the musical world, the more rhythmic you will become. If your sound isn't good, the most likely culprit is going to be this middle finger, and it's falling down on these strings. And you're going to get kind of a funky sound. And again, if that's happening, it's completely normal. Remember to just really get that nice rounded shape with your hand. Let's practice the ultimate goal now, going from our G to our D7. Here we go. We are going to do 4 Gs, 2 beats of rest, but you're not resting. We are just going to not be playing our instrument, but you are going to be maneuvering your fingers into place for that D7 so they're ready to go for 4 down strums. And then 2 rests, active rests, as we're moving back to the G. 1, 2, ready, begin. G, 2, 3, 4, and moving now, and D7, 2, 3, 4, going back, and G, 2, 3, 4, we're moving in place, and D7, 2, 3, 4, moving back to G, 2, 3, 4, moving to D7. D7, 2, 3, 4, moving to a G, 2, 3, 4, moving now, D7, 2, 3, and on G. As you probably figured out, it's much easier to go from D7 to G than it is the other way around. So let's not take a pause between D7 and let's go immediately back to G, but still giving ourselves 2 beats to get to that D7. 1, 2, and here we go. G, 2, 3, 4, moving now, and D7, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, moving now, in D7, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, moving now, D7, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, moving now, D7, 2, 3, and on G. I hope these exercises are really proving to be valuable for you. I'm a classically trained flute player, and I had really excellent teachers that took me through all sorts of exercises before throwing out hard, challenging songs. So that's what I'm doing here with you. I have a handout that goes with this whole series, and included in the handout is all these exercises written out for you. So it's free. I'll have a link for that in the comments and down below in the description. Let's do our final exercise with this. We're going to do 4 Gs. I'm going to say rest, and then we're going to go to D7. So only 1 beat of rest. It's not really rest though. Keep it moving, keep thinking, keep your focus. 1, 2, ready, begin. G, 2, 3, 4, rest, D7, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, rest, D7, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, rest, D7, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, rest, D7, 2, 3, and on G. Let's do this. We're going to be doing Simple Gifts. It's a beautiful song. It comes from American Shaker traditions. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down like that. Just doing the chords. In this song, you've got 2 patterns that make the verse. The first pattern is 8 Gs and 8 D7s. The second pattern has 8 Gs, but only 6 D7s, and you're going to end with 2 Gs. Let's go through it together. Use your words. Count this out with the numbers. I'm actually going to count it out while kind of singing the melody as well. You want to start involving your brain that does the verbal part and using your mouth to sing and say something. So here we go. Ready, begin, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got a timestamp here for you so that you can repeat this section. Practicing without those what I call pesky lyrics is a great way to solidify what your mind knows, to get it to talk to your hands so you can put it on your instrument. Hey, you made it to the play along of the song. Each down strum is notated in my chord chart with a slash on it. It's the beginning where you're going to like G, it'll say G slash, and when it changes to the D7, it'll look like that. I want you to be successful and I want you to be able to sing and play. I don't want you to acquire a bunch of chords right away. I want you to integrate chords, strumming, reading a chord chart, and singing all at the same time. And so let's keep it really simple. Work towards getting like 80% mastery on this song, being able to sing it, chord it, strum it. If you can't sing it right away, well, that is completely normal. So let me do the singing, but try to get some of that in, even if you're just humming. In fact, I think that that's the next step, is hum it, rather than adding the pesky lyrics, and then work towards integrating it in. We're going to do 3 G's as an introduction to kind of get us in. We're going to do 3 G's as an introduction to get us in, kind of get our ear tuned in so we can sing into it. 1, 2, ready, here we go. 1, 2. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight, when true simplicity is gained. To bow and to bend, we will not be ashamed. To turn will be our delight. Live by turning, turning, we come round right. I hope you enjoyed playing that with me. Again, feel free to rewind it. There's a timestamp, and I'd like to invite you that once you're feeling comfortable with these 2 chords, come join me for another song doing just these 2 chords, just to start getting our brain and singing engaged along with our strumming hand. Thanks for watching all the way to the end.